How's it going? I'm Tom with Mainline Overland. Today we had two vans in the shop. One is getting an Agile rip kit, the other is getting a front bumper and some other items. And we have several items we're installing on each of them. We're going to talk about that in depth, of what we like here at Mainline Overland in terms of accessories for your Sprinter van. So here we have a Sprinter Revel. This is a 2019 Plus or VS30 Revel. We have an Agile rip kit installed on this vehicle. The rip kit is the Agile Ride Improvement Package, so that includes a coil conversion kit that puts a coil spring on the OEM strut or an aftermarket strut, as the case may be. And also on a 4x4, we have an Agile auxiliary shock mount and auxiliary shock setup. And we have a rear shock setup and a rear progressive lease pack. These are various weights according to what weights you're carrying in the van. For these Revels, we usually use either a 4,700 or a 5,400 pound leaf pack. So this Revel also has the Agile no rub fender set that we just installed. The stock piece here is a little bit thicker. If you went, say, a bigger on a wheel and tire setup, or if you really wanted to stuff those wheels, it gives you a bit more clearance than stock. So when this customer goes from their 245 tires to maybe a 265 or 275, they won't have worries of rubbing or the ability to stuff the wheel in the wheel well if you're going off-road. So this Revel has a set of MR701 wheels. This is a 17-inch wheel that is fitted for the Sprinter with the 6x130 lug pattern. We have a set of 16mm spacers made by Agile inside this setup, and we've converted it to a lug nut setup from a lug stud setup. So this setup allows you to bring your wheels a little bit further out in the wheel wells. That 16mm gives us enough space to clear the coil spring inside this coil conversion kit. That coil spring comes out a little bit further than the stock shock, so that gives us the space to be able to have our wheels and tires set up. This could also help you if you're going to increase your tire size down the line. So if you went to, say, a 275 tire, 265 tire, this push out will give you the scrub radius to be able to clear those tires. So with the rip kit on the other van complete, we're now going to look at the other van we have in the shop, which is another 144 wheelbase Revel. So on the front end of this van, we're going with the CA tuned hammerhead bumper. This is the hammerhead front bumper. It has a top hoop. It has inserts for relocation of your active driving features, and then also has a 12,000 pound winch capacity as well. Other nice bits are D-rings and a front hitch mount. On top of this, we're running two Baja Designs LP9 lights, which we have a 3-function setup on our S-Pod. The team at MLO is also installing an Agile onboard air kit, which utilizes an AirB twin compressor mounted on the passenger side, which gives you forward and aft air chucks to be able to air up and air down your tires. Moving to the interior of this van, we have several electrical features we're installing. We took the OEM seat off to get these things into the underseat box. So we have the S-Pod Bantam X. This is the 8-circuit unit that we're going to use for our S-Pod touchscreen. The touchscreen is going to be mounted on the driver's side in a place that's accessible from the steering wheel. We're going to use either a suction cup mount or a cup holder mount, depending on what the customer prefers. And that will mount to the battery, to the OEM battery, and then back to the Bantam S-Pod. We're also going to be mounting a 28-gallon auxiliary tank in this van, and the switching and the gauge is going to go in this front corner location here. So we'll be doing some drilling into the box, and then we'll be mounting 2 switches on the side. So this is a Revel, it's a built RV, and space is at a premium. So on the back side of this Revel, in the OEM spare location, we're going to be mounting an Agile 28-gallon auxiliary transfer tank. This is a transfer tank. It uses the single OEM fuel filler to and then transfers fuel back via a pump to this tank, and then from this tank to the OEM tank. This is very useful to extend your range in places out west where you have large gas gaps, say like North Dakota, or some of the more remote areas in the Southwest. And it gives you an opportunity to carry more of that low sulfur diesel that might be difficult to come by in places like Mexico, for example. This customer went with several OWL items to add space and storage to his vehicle. Obviously, he has a 28-gallon spare tank that's going in the OEM spare basket location, so he went with an OWL ladder tire carrier to carry his 275 spare. He also went with a Owl Sherpa carrier to carry a box and then add extra space for things like roto packs or other accessory items that he can mount to there. He went with the Owl Expedition box, which has a little sort of cheese plate face on it, which allows you to add additional items on the outside of this box as well. Uses a gas strut on the interior for quick opening and to hold the door out. It also has an adjustable shelf in the inside, which is adjustable up and down without drilling, which is a nice handy feature, and it has this lift entrance. Thanks for checking out these two Sprinter builds here in the shop. If you're interested in outfitting your own Sprinter or built RV, check out the info below. Or if you'd like to check out some other Sprinter videos we've done, check out this link.